What is up, YouTube family? We are back at it one more again. Welcome to Quintessential Music and Entertainment, where we're discussing all types of things, everything in the music genre. And today we're going to tap into something that I did not know existed. I've seen pictures of these dudes recently, and it's so crazy. They say never judge a book by its cover, right? So come to find out, this dude Adam Calhoun, and Mesus or Mesus, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Y'all can tell me in the comments. These are two white guys. They look like ZZ Top. But these dudes, they're saying, can really spit some bars. So I'm anxious to get into it. This is what this channel is about. This is what I created this channel for, to discover things that I had no idea about. I was trapped in my little bubble for quite a while. Hip hop music on the black side of things has been very subpar, especially from somebody like me who comes from the golden era of hip hop, the golden age of hip hop. I come from when hip hop first was created. You're talking Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash, Curtis Blow, all those years, Sugar Hill Gang, all the way up until today, right? But the golden age of hip hop is the 90s. That's when you had the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, the Biggies, the Pacs, all the legends, Rakim. I can't remember what year Eminem came out, but he's definitely on that Mount Rushmore of the golden age. Take that back. Actually, he's on the outside of the golden age, but he's on the Mount Rushmore when it comes to legends. And now it looks like Tom Macdonald is definitely on that Mount Rushmore too. But my point is, when you come from, it's like a line that Jay-Z said one time. He said, when you used to filet mignon, it's kind of hard to go back to hamburger helper. You know what I'm saying? Now, I eat both, right? I don't discriminate, right? But the point is when you're used to a high quality of something, it's hard to go back to a low quality of something. So when it comes to hip hop, I'm used to the best of the best. So when everything went into this materialistic rap and gangster rap, and then when drill rap came in, that's when it really destroyed what we knew as great hip hop. Drill music, mumble rap, all these type of things came in where people weren't talking about nothing. It was just bang, bang, shoot 'em up. And there was no substance. There were no storytellings. There were nothing that the people could relate to. So I went into a shell, and I basically was just listening to oldies but goodies, all the classic hip hop of my era. I just stayed stuck in the 90s, early 2000s. There were some songs that you would catch here and there, but it was just so hard to find classics. Like I was having to dig through hundreds of songs before I could come across one song that I liked. You know what I'm saying? And it was just really frustrating. So I just stayed in my little oldie but goodie bubble. And I created this channel to broaden my horizons, to talk to the people, to the new generations, to the people on the outside of my bubble, to see what I could discover. I basically went on a journey with this channel to say, bring me the hot shit and tell me what I'm missing out on, right? And then lo and behold, I come across Tom Macdonald, and then off of Tom, I come across Nova. And now everybody's been telling me about Adam Calhoun. And how do you pronounce this dude's name? Mesus? It looks like it's spelled like Jesus. So I want to say Mesus or Mesus. I don't even want to butcher this no more. I'm just not even going to say it no more. But anyway, they got this new song called Mirrors, right? I've been trying to keep up with Tom. I'm trying to do two things at the same time. I'm trying to go down the rabbit hole of Tom Macdonald, like go back to the essence, to the beginning of his career. And I'm also trying to keep up with his new shit. Like I just did the reaction to Everybody Needs Me, right? And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm caught up. Now I can go back and do some old shit. But while I was doing the reaction to Everybody Needs Me or trying to put it out, he drops this joint. It's like, damn, I cannot keep up with this. You know, I had Lacey and somebody else. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry for forgetting your name. They were like, yo, you need to check out this Mirrors. I was like, I'm on it tonight. So I'm actually going to do this one. And then I'm going to do, right after I do this one, I'm going to do one of Tom's old classics, right? So look out for that one coming next. I feel like I'm about to get sick, y'all, so y'all might not see me for a minute, because if I get a sinus infection, it's over for me. Excuse me. I got to get these in tonight because I can feel it coming with the changing of the weather. Every time the season starts changing, starts getting chilly at night, I catch that cold. So, yeah, it's definitely getting on me. So I'm gonna get these in for y'all. So let's get into this song right here. It's called Mirrors. Looks like we got Adam Calhoun going first. I have no idea what these dudes are about, where they from, how they rhyme. I don't know nothing. So let's get into it.
And I looked, and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was Death, and hell followed with him.
You ever get depression? Face goes blank, no expression. Dealing with some demons, they aggressive. Looking at the gun on the dresser. Got a question, will these thoughts stop if I press it? I don't really wanna off myself, but I often sit and think. Gotta shed a tear like a drop from a faucet sink. Need to talk to a shrink, walk with a priest. Wanna fight everybody when I walk down the street. Want a problem? Fuck you, Your Honor. Never had a father, made me crazy. Motherfucker came in swinging like Muhammad Ali Frazier. Born in 1980, started rapping way before I ever heard of shady. I ain't even knowing white dudes rap. Thought you had to be black for that. Had it Philly started jacking with the hat to match. I was rapping way before I heard the aftermath. I've been feeling crazy, but I've been acting like I got it all together. I've been down lately, but maybe someday I'll get my act together. Made it through the bad weather. Day was okay, but I had better. I don't like to look in mirrors, cause I don't like looking at my face. I don't look at my
Yo, this dude can spit. This dude can really rap. Man, see, lesson of the day once again, like the elders told you back in the day, never judge a book by its cover, right? If you saw these guys, you would think they were some country music singers, some rednecks that roll Harleys and you know what I'm saying, was on some country music, would not be thinking they were rappers, right? And that's the beauty of hip hop and music in general. You know, it breaks through all kinds of stereotypes and you can cross over genres and things and be accepted and on all. Well, I mean, there's still some exceptions, but in 2024, everything is pretty acceptable. I've been seeing some backlash with the Beyonce thing trying to cross over into country. Some people are not feeling that, and Eminem still catches some hell, and Tom Macdonald still catches some hell on the black side with some of the things that he talks about. So you're gonna have people that are gonna call it culture vultures here and there, but most times those are the majority. The minority. The majority of the people are at a point now where, we're as past racism and boundaries as I think we've ever been. Yeah, now there is still some racism and there's still a lot of stereotypes out there. It's still in full effect, but I think majority of the people don't really give a shit about that as much anymore. I think humanity has progressed to where most people just want to love each other and don't give a damn. You still got some people holding on to old shit. So that's that. But, when you're looking at pure rap, you look past skin color and the stereotypes of what rap music is supposed to look like. This dude can rap, and that's period, point blank. There's nothing else to be said. If he was green or orange, you'd be like, yo, that green motherfucker can rap. So who gives a shit what color he is? You know what I'm saying? Let's go into these lyrics now. He's talking about depression. The first thing he said was, you ever get depression? Face goes blank. No expression. Dealing with some demons, they look aggressive. Looking at the gun on the dresser, got a question. Will these thoughts stop if I press it? God damn. I've been there before. Shit. I don't want to go back to that place. But when I do, when I think about my depression and seeing that gun on the table and grabbing it, man, it was like, I remember, when you're contemplating suicide, so many things run through your mind. You're thinking about family, it's a type of hell that I wouldn't wish on anybody. There's so many different thoughts. You're hurting inside. You're crying inside. You're screaming for help. You don't really want to go. You just want things to be fixed. But at the same time, you do want to go because you're tired of the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many mixed things that go. And some people, go through with it. And some people find some kind of courage and will to not go through with it. And luckily for me, I was able to put the gun down and not pull the trigger. And now when you look at my life now and you look at my kids, and I've had these conversations with them to address mental health and depression, right? But for me to see the life that I've created and the life that I've lived by not pulling that trigger, like I could have ended it all right there. And it was like, it just wasn't worth it, right? So if anybody is out there going through that, just always remember that, whatever you're dealing with, pulling the trigger is much worse, because you can turn your life around and make something out of it. I'm the proof of it. So let's go back. Let's see what else he said. He said, often I sit and think, gotta shed a tear like a drop from a faucet sink. Need to talk to a shrink, walk with a priest. Want to fight everybody when I walk down the street. Anger issues. I've been there. Want a problem? Fuck you, Your Honor. Never had a father. So he's venting off of, his dilemmas and his handicaps or broken home. Made me crazy like a motherfucker. came in swinging Muhammad Ali Frazier, born in 1980, so he's 4 years younger than me, which means I ain't telling y'all my age. Y'all figure it out. Started rapping way before I heard of Shady. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about earlier. I come from the golden era of hip hop before Slim Shady, before Eminem. So he's from my era. He said, I ain't even know white dudes rap. Well, I'm sure he knew some white dudes rap. You know, well, what everybody seemed may be the rules back in the day, where it was like it was predominantly black. Eminem was the one that really broke a lot of that barrier, or broke down those racial barriers, because after him, you had a whole plethora of white rappers that came in after that. Like I said before, Eminem, you only knew a couple: Beastie Boys and Third Base. With that Vanilla Ice, who else? Shit. Well, that tells you right there that it wasn't that many, if I can't think of them. So the overall premise seemed like you had to be black to rap. So looks like he battled that premise and overcame that stereotype. So he was a minority in a majority black genre. So it's cool to see him be a 1980s baby and still be rapping in 2024, right? 44 years old. I'm not sure how long he's been rapping, but he's obviously made it to where he's here with Tom Macdonald. So shout out to him for never giving up. He said had to feel he started jacking with the hat to match. I think those lyrics are wrong. I was rapping way before I heard of Aftermath. Yeah, man. Then he said, I've been feeling crazy, but I've been acting like I got it all together. I've been down lately, but maybe someday I'll get my act together. Made it through the bad weather. It was okay, but I had better. I don't like to look in mirrors because I don't like looking at my face. That's a crazy chorus right there. It's kind of like a rock type of chorus, right? But it's still with that hip hop beat. And that's dope. They yelling that, you know, that anger, you know what I'm saying? Expressing that anger right there. But when he says, I've been feeling crazy, I've been acting like I got it all together. So inside you feeling crazy, but on the outside you putting on the front, right? I've been down lately, but maybe someday I'll get my act together. Basically, it looks like what this song is talking about is, you know, when you're dealing with depression or unhappiness, you can't even look at yourself in the mirror. I remember that. I remember being so filled with like this negative energy. Like I was so mad at my situation. I was so mad at the world. I was so mad at people, you know, blaming other people for my downfall, my disposition and my situation at the time. And I was just very frustrated, very unhappy. Things were not going the way I wanted to. And I remember being so angry that when I would look at myself in the mirror, I had this, it was like a demon. It was like looking at a demon. I had the anger in my face. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So when they say, when they do that chorus right there, it's like, yo, I don't look at my face. I remember brushing my teeth, looking down all the time. And it's so crazy because now, you know, when I brush my teeth, I look at myself in my eyes every single day now. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I do and what I've accomplished. And I like to look at myself and keep it real with myself every day. But when you know you ain't doing right, or you're angry at the world and you're feeling all this negative energy and having all these negative thoughts, it really shows in your expression and in your face. You can't even look at yourself in your eyes. They say eyes are the window to a man's soul, or to a person's soul, right? So you don't want to look in your eyes, because you're going to see that negative or evil spirit that's inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand where they're coming from here. So let's get into the second verse.
Chest this so they get the message. I don't mean to text best if you just look away, or I make your head twist like an exorcist. Waking up from nightmares, heart thumping. God, are you hearing my prayers? Cause I hear thunder and I don't really like mirrors. Someone stares back at me looking like my fear. The only one that I'm scared of is G-O-D, and the old me drunk a OD. And I don't know if you aware, but I've been slowly numbing pain like an OD. I'm codeine, battling my demons like it's 106 in Park. Medicating sins with some gin, never healed the scars. Trying to end part of my heart with my art. But the dark feel like darts and I don't know where I should start. Cause I've been feeling crazy, but I've been acting like I got it all together. I've been down lately, but maybe someday I'll get my act together. I made it through the bad weather. Day was okay, but I had better. I don't like to look in mirrors, cause I don't like looking at my. I don't look at my. I don't look at my. I don't look at my. I see you looking at my.
Yo, that dude can spit too. I like it. Them dudes are really rapping. Now I see why everybody was telling me about them. These dudes really got some skills here. I like the whole cadence, the way it's flowing with the beat. You know what I'm saying? It matches perfectly. I'm anxious to see how Tom is gonna, what style he's gonna use to come with that beat right there. Cause like Tom got so many different styles, you know what I'm saying? So I'm anxious to see that verse. But with this verse right here, it says, before I make your head spin like an exorcist, waking up from nightmares, heart thumping, God, are you hearing my prayers? Cause I hear the thunder. I don't really like looking at mirrors. Someone stares back at me looking like my fears. The only one I'm scared of is G-O-D and the old me drunk of O-E. Woo, I remember them O-E nights. We used to call it Old Gold, right? For y'all that don't know, that's Old English. That's a 40 ounce of malt liquor. I mean, they come in double deuces, 22 ounces too, but a 40 ounce of OE. Yo, these dudes, like I said, you can't judge a book by its cover, but I didn't realize that, listening to Tom's music and now listening to these two dudes, it's like, yo, these dudes sound like they have black neighborhood backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard Tom talking about living in the hood. So it's like, yo, where are these dudes from? Like, are they from the white side of town, or were they really living amongst black people in the hood? Because some of the references that they're saying this is hood. This is black neighborhood shit. You know what I'm saying? OE, like, I don't think I've ever met a white guy who drank OE, except the white dudes that hung with us. Let's see. There was something else that was mentioned, I think, in the first verse that sounded like the hood. Let me see if I can find it. He's talking about came in swinging Muhammad Ali, Frazier, born in 1980. Okay. I thought there was another reference to like the hood or like some, black culture. But yeah, it just looks like these dudes came from a shitty background, they sound like they definitely not middle class white guys. Yeah, man, but this is some heavy shit right here. Numbing my pains like an OD on codeine. Battling my demons like it's 106 in Park. There it is. He's battling my demons like it's 106 in Park. Medication sins with some gin never healed my scar. Trying to end part of my heart with my art. But the dark feels like darts, and I don't know where I should start. Yeah, man. These dudes are definitely spitting some real shit right here. This is pretty heavy. Yeah, and that chorus, like I said, you can't go wrong with that. Now here we go with Tom Macdonald's third verse. Let's see what he got for us.
I'm mentally unstable, unable to get a grip. That my guardian angel probably thinks I'm a piece of shit. Got a mountain of problems and I've been standing on a cliff, thinking maybe I should jump and tell everybody I tripped. Can't admit it, but I'm sick. The prescription pills that I get getting harder to swallow and I don't feel like I'm fixed. I'm slipping further and further into the grip of a pit I've been digging since I was nothing, a little 6-year-old kid. Now I'm grown and I'm seeing ghosts of the man I used to be before I fell into this hole full of bones. I'll be getting stoned and it helped me cope with everything beautifully, but I wish I would've known about the lows. I moved into the middle of nowhere. If I was you, wouldn't go there, cause I just wanna be by myself. Nothing but some mountains and cold air. I got my dogs and I don't care, and I did everything. I just wanna be in nature, keep erasing my entire legacy of everything and being famous. I am not a celebrity, I'm a piece of paper that I scribble my thoughts on when they feel dangerous. Fuck you, I can see it clear. Used to want Hollywood, now I wanna disappear. Everywhere I go, people looking at me weird. Every time I see a mirror, I can't look at my face.
I've been feeling crazy, but I've been acting like I got it all together. I've been down lately, but maybe someday I'll get my act together. Made it through the bad weather. They was okay, but I had better. I don't like to look in mirrors, cause I don't like looking at my face. I don't look at my face. I don't look at my face. I don't look at my face. I see you looking at my face.
Yo, that shit was fire, man. That shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Am not upset, not one bit. I knew Tom was gonna come with that last verse and he was gonna bring like some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you go last on a hip hop song, it's basically paying homage that you're the best. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see Jay-Z collaborations, he always goes last because everybody knows like he's the GOAT of whoever he's rhyming with. You know what I'm saying? So I knew Tom going last, he was gonna come with some heavy shit, and then I like the flow that he came with, you know. So let's go through it because he said a lot that like hit me personally. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm mentally unstable, unable to get a grip. Bet my guardian angel thinks I'm a piece of shit. See, you would think that after 50 years of hip hop, right, that you would hear the same shit over and over, right? So it's really cool when you hear rappers that can say the same thing or express the same message, but say it in a unique way that nobody's ever said it like that before. You know what I'm saying? That's a cool way to say what he just said. I'm mentally unstable, unable to get a grip, but my guardian angel thinks I'm a piece of shit. I remember feeling like that many, many times. Like, you know, when I was going through my shit, feeling like, yo, if my grandparents or whoever's in heaven looking down on me, if they looking at me right now, they think I'm a piece of shit. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a total disappointment right now. But I never once thought to be able to put that in a rap and say it that simple like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes rappers geniuses when it comes to wordplay and being able to process thoughts into unique words and phrases that you've felt those things, but you never been able to express it in this kind of manner, you know. So that's cool about great rappers. Got a mountain of problems and I've been standing on a cliff. Figured maybe I should jump and tell everybody I tripped. Well, if you jump, you ain't gonna be telling nobody shit. Can't admit it, but I'm sick of prescription pills that I get. Getting hard to swallow and I don't feel like I'm fixed. I'm slipping further and further into the grip of a pill. I've been digging since I was nothing but a 6-year-old kid. Damn. Shit. Now I'm grown and I'm seeing ghosts of the man I used to be before I fell into this hole full of bones. I've been getting stoned and it helped me cope with everything beautifully. Ooh, yeah, I remember that, man. Like weed was you heard that song, Rick James song, Mary Jane. A lot of people thought he was talking about a woman, right? They didn't realize he was talking about Mary Jane, marijuana, right? Like it was his woman. And I used to talk about that all the time. I used to say, yo, my girlfriend was marijuana, was weed. Like I was by myself and just using weed to keep my ass in the house so that I wouldn't get into any more trouble out there in the streets. And I was just totally cool with being by myself, smoke a joint, smoke a blunt, and then just sit there and watch like Saturday Night Live, you know, all damn night. Or just flip through the channels and just, you know, laugh at funny shit all through the different cable channels. You know what I'm saying? And that shit kept me out of trouble. But it was like I was chilling with my Mary Jane. So my marijuana kept me, you know, out of the streets. But it helped me cope with everything. It was like medicine, which is so ironic now that weed is legal, and they're giving it to people for medicine. You know, and that back in the day when I was being ridiculed for it and treated like I was a drug addict or a crackhead just for smoking weed, I'm telling everybody, yo, it's my medicine for my depression, for my, what I thought I had bipolar at the time, and come to find out I wasn't crazy. I was just broke. I was just tired of being broke. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought that was, I definitely could relate to what he said right there in that bar. But I wish I would have known about the lows. I moved to the middle of nowhere. If I was you, wouldn't go there. Because I just want to be by myself. Nothing but some mountains and cold air. Got my dogs and I don't care. Yeah, and I did everything by myself. Damn, man, I swear, yo, me and Tom is like brothers, man. I swear, yo. Yo, I swear, I'm like the light-skinned black Tom Macdonald sometimes, I believe. This dude be speaking for me like crazy. Man, me and him got so much in common. That's exactly what I was dealing with. Now, I think he's talking about it a little bit differently because, you know, when you go down further, he's talking about Hollywood and how he wanted to escape all of that shit. But, you know, what he said right here about being by himself and trying to cope and, you know, the lows and move to the middle of nowhere. If I was you, I wouldn't go there because I just want to be by myself. Nothing but some mountains and cold air. Look, yo, I remember I was a hermit. I was a total fucking hermit. And I was totally content with being by myself, right? A lot of people thought I was being antisocial. What they didn't realize was when I was dealing with some mental things, and I was trying to cope with that shit, right? And I was trying to stay off the streets, but also I was trying to find myself, and I was trying to love myself. So I was spending time with myself. You know, when he says mountains and cold air, it's like when you're becoming one with nature, right? It's just you and nature. It's a peace that comes with that. It's a serenity that you find with yourself. You know, when you're just alone, you learn how to love yourself and just be content with being by yourself. Like nobody else has to make you happy. You know, you making yourself happy first. They say you gotta learn to love yourself first before you can love anybody else, right? So I was on that journey of healing myself and loving myself and learning to just live with myself and, you know, fight through all my demons and fight through my anger that was expressed in that first verse and then the shit he dealing with in the second verse, right? So all three of these verses I went through. So this song definitely hits home heavy for me, because when I look back on it and I tell my stories, this is what I tell people. This is what I talk about. And when I look through that hermit phase that I went through, I'm so grateful for it, because it's like when I look back on it, right, it's like if I had been outside or if I had been into alcohol or drugs heavy, like these dudes described that they were, I'm sure I wouldn't be here right now talking to y'all with, you know, with a pretty good life and a good family. You know what I'm saying? I would have been way worse off. You know what I'm saying? Being a hermit and being by myself and staying inside kept me out of harm's way. It kept me out of trouble. If I was going to the bars all the time, I probably would have got into fights. If I was going to clubs all the time, I would have definitely been exposed to more women, which definitely would have led to more relationships, which probably would have ended up with more babies or baby mama drama. Well, I kept my shit pretty strapped up, so I don't know. But I'm just saying the odds of of what you can put yourself into when you out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so thankful that the marijuana kept me inside and kept me away from all the harsh realities that were out there, that the pitfalls that could have brought me down further than than where I was already at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, but this was a dope song, man. You know, hold up. I forgot about this part right here where he says, I just want to be in nature, keep erasing my entire legacy of everything and being famous. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a piece of paper that I scribble my thoughts on when they feel dangerous. I can see it clear. You still want Hollywood now. I want to disappear. Everywhere I go, I see people looking at me weird. Every time I see a mirror. Yeah, so they're talking about, you know, being famous. You know, that's one of the biggest things about being a celebrity and being famous is, you know, you have to deal with the spotlight that comes with that, the celebrity of it. Like, you can't even go to the grocery store. Like, imagine Tom Macdonald trying to go to the grocery store, trying to go to the mall. He can't sit down in the food court. Right. And I remember thinking about that as a kid when everybody was saying, oh, I want to be an actor. I want to be a rapper. I want to be an athlete. Right. I used to always, you know, look at it like I want to be rich and I want to I wouldn't mind being famous, but I don't want to be known like that. I want to be able to live a regular life. I want to be able to still move around and still, go to the food court, go to the mall, go to the grocery store. I don't want all that attention, shit. Even being on YouTube freaks me out sometimes. Like when I be getting like thousands of views and stuff like that, and the subscribers, all of y'all that have been showing me love, like that shit freaked me out at first, and sometimes it still does. It's like, yo, when I'm putting these videos out there, it's like thousands of people are gonna look at this, are gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? The anxiety of it, like, fucks with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't do these videos and like smoke weed. Cause weed make you paranoid. It make you start overthinking shit, and you freak out. You freak your own self out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that spotlight is a motherfucker. I like being able to move around and freely and still do what everybody wants to have money, but at what cost? What does it do to your soul? What does it do to your spirit? What does it do to your privacy? What does it do to your mind, your mental state, right? It's a hard thing to battle. Jay-Z has a couple of songs that he talks about the flashing lights, the paparazzi, having to deal with that at such a high level where you can't go anywhere without the camera lights flashing on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kind of life. That's why I knew a long time ago I wasn't going to be a rapper. I was like, yo, I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a rapper. I don't want to be a movie star. I want to get money, but on the low. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found out about entrepreneurship, I was like, that's the ticket right there. That's the way to go. Get money on the low and nobody know who you are. So, yeah, man, this was a great song. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna go check out some of these dudes' other music. People gave me other suggestions, so I'm gonna definitely put them on the list and come back with some reaction videos for them. And once again, man, Tom does it again. I can finally say I'm caught up, even though he's dropped how many songs since I started doing this thing. I'm really not caught up, but at least I'm caught up with his latest shit. And once again, it's another classic. So thank y'all for putting me on to this. And we're going to do some more videos like this. I want to go and see, do they have other songs? I'm sure they got other songs together. Matter of fact, I think people suggested some. I wrote everything down. So I'm going to go to my list and see what else they got. And feel free to put some more suggestions from music from these guys in there that y'all want me to check out. And I'm going to be sending out a poll soon to see what other songs y'all want me to do next, because it's a whole plethora of songs to choose from. Nova songs. Oh, man, I just got so many songs. This is Hog Family reaction season right now. You know what I'm saying? The weather about to get cold. I'm going to be inside going all the way down the rabbit hole all winter long. So stay tuned for some more reactions. Thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, I holla 100.